9-point harness. Grandpa, get your ID. Shortly, because ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime.
You're listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast.
Results for night one of the World Nationals at Marshalltown. We'll start with the modifieds. This in the 8 main, so if your favorite driver didn't make it, too bad. Picking up the win was the 4TW Tim Ward. Second, the 11X of Tom Berry. Third was Todd Shooting, the 5. Fourth was the 38T Dylan Thornton. Fifth, the 26J Joel Russ. Sixth, the 19G Richie Gustin. Seventh, the 99X of Dalton Murdy. Eighth was the 33Z of Chip Gaylord. Ethan Roxmo was ninth in the 12J. Jake McGurney was 10th in the 82. 11th, the 5L of Cody Laney. Zach Rollins in the 2Z was 12th. 13th, the 56D of Travis Denning. 14th was the 50 of Danny Eckridge. 15th was Matt Warner 93. 16th, the 12 of Jordan Bartz. 17th, Paul Nagel in 64. 18th, the 69 junior Jonathan Logue. 19th, the 3W Garrett Wilson. 20th was 11 at LF. Jonathan Mahoney. Well, Isaac Malakot in the 11th did not finish in 21st. Did not finish in 22nd was the 01 of Jacob Hobshot. 23rd and did not finish was the 21R Riley Simmons, and 24th, the 30M, and did not finish McGuire DeYoung. In the stock cars, your winner was the 99X of Dalton Murdy. Second, the 11V of Tom Berry. Third, the 1 Caden Reynolds. Fourth, the A1A of Austin Kaplan. Gage Neal in the 12M was fifth. 6-0, Brett Wenzel. Seventh, the 8M of Austin Minders. Eighth, the 2 of David Archer. Dylan Solom in 94 was ninth. 10th, the 93L of Lake Lehman. Brett Mosdom in the 55X was in 11th. 12th, the 1X of, or the 37 of Kylie Rollins. 13th, the 1X of Steven Streeter. 14th was the 22 of Tanner Allen. The wrestler did not finish his, starting with 15th, the 22R Todd Reisler. 16th, the 69J of Jonathan Lugg. 17th, the 99 Dalton Damon Murdy. 18th, the 19J J Smith. 19th, the 4 Scott Rice. 6th, 20th was the 26H of Joel Rust. Michael Smith. And 31 was 21st. 22nd, Drew Kuker in an 18X. 23rd was the 3 junior Dustin Fitton, and 24th, the 20V of Dustin Viss. Sword Mod, your winner was Braden Carter in the 01. Second, the 1 junior Ben Chapman. Third, the 21 of Cam Reiners. Fourth was 53 Logan Herbie Anderson. Fifth, the 19J Janae Gus. And sixth, the 33 junior Jared Frenzen. Craig Donner in the 15 was 7th. 8th, the 7V of Shane Paris. 9th, the 1V of Curtis Vanderwall. 10th was the 8T of Trey Rogers. 11th was the 7 of Brady Hushbarger. 12th, the 20XX of Cody Yaw. 13th, the 09V of Kevin Bethke. Brady Homer in the 22 Junior was 14th, 15th, the K3 of Kyle Olson. The 8 TJ and Tony Johnson was in 16th, 17th to 51 or 57K Ryan King. 18th, the V21 of Brandon Tharp. 19th to 18th, Jocelyn Elmquist. 20th to 74, Cameron Vinton. Kurt Spines in the 28V was 21st. 20s. The rest did not finish or did not start. 21st, second. The 30 Kenzer Ellis. 23rd, Matt Villa in the 2X and did not start, credited with 24th. The 68 of Will Wolf. Your Hobby Stocks feature event. Your winner was Benji Irvine in the 79. Second, Jordan Fisher in the 52. Third was the 69 of Calvin Don't. David McCullough in the 3 was fourth. Fifth, the 55X of Corey Vanderwell. Sixth, the 7V of Jim Ball. Seventh was the 29 of Jake Nelson. The 23Z of Zach McNeese was 8th. Ninth, the 12K of Eric Knudsen. Ben Newhouse in the 17X was 10th. 11th, the 4C of Kurt Reed. 12th, Solomon Bennett in 11V. Trenton Haas in the 7M was 13th. 14th, Lair Kriegel in 17K. Lucas Smith in the 14L was 15th. 16th, the 20W, Matt Waugh. Ray Hill in the 19 was 17th. Braden Farini in the 7 was 18th. 19th, 17B of Garrett Ball. 20th was the 9R Tyler Carey. Andy Pick was 21st in the 17. The wrestler did not finish his. Carl Ellis in the 50 was 22nd. 23rd, the 43 Nick Shearer. And the 56 R of James Rose was 24th. In the Sport Compacts, your winner was Christian Grady in the 89. Second, 31D of Blake Driscoll. Second, the M80 of Mark Smith. Fourth, Ryan Van Duzenalt. The 50Z, 15B. Fifth was Spencer Rodine in the 6R. Bryce Bartle in the 49B was 6th. 8th, 9th. 7th was the 99 of Henry Dillman, and 8th, and it did not finish, was Kaylee DeVries in the 8K. The Lucas Oil Late Model Nationals and number 3 happened at the Knoxville Raceway for the 19th annual. B-Main. Your winner was the 62 Justin Zeider. Second, the 39 Tim McCready. Third, the 7 Ross Robertson. Fourth, 48 Tim Lance. Fifth, the 51 Matt Furman. Sixth and final transfer was this 99 junior of Frank Heckenesh. Seventh was the 17 of Tim Simpson. Eighth, the D45 of Dan Victiglia. Ninth, the 7 of Ricky Weiss. 10th, the 21M of Luke Merrifield. 11th, the 1X of Aaron Merchant. 12th, the 99 Boom Briggs. 13th, the 10 of Junior Coomer. And 14th, the 6 of Al Humphrey. In the big 75 lap A main, your winner was the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton. Second, the 157 Mike Marler. Third, the 1 of Hudson O'Neill. Fourth, the 49 Jonathan Davenport. Fifth, the 4 of Brandon Overton. 6th, the 18 of Chase Younghands. 7th, the 8S of Ryan Shirley. 9th, the 99 Devin Moran. From 26th to 9th, and would be the hard charger, was Tim McCready. 10th, the V5 of Brandon Shepard. 11th, the 1 of Tyler Erb. 12th, the 58 of Garrett Albertson. 13th to 25, Chad Simpson. 14th to 18D of Dalton Wilson. 15th to 32, Chris Simpson. 16th to 11th, Center Hughes. 17th, the 46 Earl Pearson. 18th, 22, Daniel Hasselback. 19th to 111 of Max Blair. 20th was Tim Lance. 21st to 19 Ryan Gustin. 22nd to 40V Kyle Bronson. 23rd to 30 Todd Cooney. 24th was the 22 Chris Ferguson. 25th to 16 Tyler Verning. 26th was the 98 of Corey Hedgecock. 27th was Justin Zeider. 28th Ross Robertson. 29th Frank Heckenesh. 30th Matt Furman, and 31st Vibergs. Lap leaders Thornton led 1 through 10, Marler 11 and 12, Thornton 13 through 17, Marler 18 through 22, and Thornton 23 through 25. The Melbourne Bank Super Late Model Series was also in action. They had a full program. Picking up the quick time was the 62 Justin Zeider and 18 101. Second, the 04 Todd Potts official at an 18-124. Third was the 10T of Jeff Tharp at an 18-270. Fourth was the 43 of Derek Stewart at an 18-275. Fifth was the 190, the 1 of Jackson Sadoff at an 18-339. Kyle Kyle Back, excuse me, in the 14 was at an 18-387. 27th was 26 junior Corey Zeider at an 18-392. The 8th was the 76 Zach Zeider at an 18-411. 19th to 44 Luke Godert at an 18-463. 10th to 56 80 Eckridge at an 18-617. 11th was the 58 Dave Eckridge at an 18-632. 12th was the 93 Chad Simpson at an 18-685. 13th, the 07 Matt Ryan at an 18-718. 14th was the 77 Jeff Ike at an 18-227. 15th, the 32C Chad Holiday at an 18-788. 16th, Andrew Kosiski in 53 at an 18-1 or 818. 7th was the 4 JC Wyman at an 18-818. 18th, the 24 Bill Layden at an 18-822. 19th was the 17 or the 15 C Kurt Schroeder at a 15-934. 20th, the 99D Daryl DeFrance at an 18-976. 21st to 22 Charlie McKenna at a 19-044. 22nd was Josh Leonard in the 85 at a 19-068. 23rd to 32 Curtis Glover and 19-289. 24th to 42 of Fred Remsley at an 18-599. He race 1 went to Andrew Kaczynski, 2nd Andy Eckridge, 3rd Corey Zeider, 4th Justin Zeider, 5th Derek Stewart, 6th Mac Ryan, 7th Kurt Schroeder, and 8th Josh Leonard. Heat race 2 went to JC Lyman, 2nd Abe Eckridge, 3rd Jeff Ike, 4th Ted Fossfischel, Jackson Sadoff was 5th, 6th Zach Zeider, 7th Daryl DeFrance, and 8th Curtis Glover. Third and final heat race was Chad Holiday. 2nd Jeff Thorpe. Luke Godert was Third, fourth, Charlie McKenna, Kyle Vac was fifth. Sixth, Fred Ramsey. Seventh, Chad Holiday, and eighth, Delight. Your feature event, your winner was Justin Zeider. Second, Andy Eckridge. Third, Chad Holiday. Fourth, Tab Potts official. Fifth, Luke Goddard. Sixth, Derek Stewart. Seventh, Jeff Ike for 14th was the hard charger. 18th, Kyle Bragg. 8th was Kyle Bragg. 9th, Cody Zeider. 10th, J.C. Wyman. 11th, Zach Zeiner. 12th, Matt Ryan. 13th, Andrew Kaczynski. 14th, Kurt Schroeder. 15th, Charlie McKenna. 16th, Jackson Sadoff. 17th, Daryl DeFrame. 18th, Dave Eckridge. 19th, Josh Leonard. Fred Ramsey. Rainsley was 20th. 21st, Curtis Glover. 22nd, Jeff Tharp. Did not start. Credited with 23rd with Chad Simpson. And 24th, Bill Layton. Justin Zeider led the whole way. Night number 2, the World Nationals. We'll start with this modified. Picking up the win was 11X of Tom Berry. Second, the 12J of Ethan Bruxima. Third, the 5 of Todd Shoot. Fourth was the Zidella Cody Laney. Fifth, 33Z's Chirp Gaylord. Sixth, the 82 Jake McBurney. Seventh, the 4TW Tim Ward. Eighth was Jordan Martz in the 12. Ninth, Dalton Murdy. 99D. Matt Warner was 10th in the 93. 11th was Travis Dane in 56D. 12th, the 1Z is Zach Docker. Eric Barnes was 13th in the 1. Charlie Moore in 99 was 14th. 15th to 54, 64, Paul Navigal. Jonathan Mahaney in the 12LF was 16th. 17th to 21D, David Brown. 18th was the 40RC of Rob Clement. The rest did not finishes, starting with 19th to 6 of Jared Freeberger. Danny Eckridge in the 50 was 20th. 21st, Richie Gus in the 19G. 30th, or 22nd to 30M, McGuire DeYoung. Jacob Hobshot in the 01 was 23rd, and 24th was the 21R of Riley Simmons. Your winner in the stock cars was 11X of Tom Berry. Second, 99X Dalton Murdy. Third, the 99D Damon Murdy. Fourth, the A1A of Austin Kaplan. Fifth was Cade Reynolds in the 1. Sixth, the 20V of Dustin Viss. Seventh, Brett Wenzel in the 0. Eighth, the 22R Todd Reisler. Ninth, the 19J of Jay Smith. 10th, the 22 Tanner Allen. Dalton Solom with the 94 was 11th. 12th, the 12N of Gage Neal. 13th, the 94X of Steve Meyer. 14th was the 31 Michael Smith. 15th, 7J John Campbell. Austin Schuring in the 196 was 16th. 17th, Mike Lane in the 17th was in 17th. The wrestler did not finish it, starting with 18th to 4 Scott Rice, 19th Lormy Jackson in the 35. Blake Lehman in the 93L was 20th. 21st was the 3 junior Dustin Fenton. Picking up the win in the sport mods was the 2Z of Zach Avila. Second, the 7V is Shane Paris. Third, the 01 of Braden Carter. Fourth, the 19J Janae Gustin. Fifth was 53 Logan Herbie Anderson. Sixth, the Jared Franzen in the 33 junior. Seventh, the K3 Kyle Olson. Eighth, Todd Dykesma in the 17. Ryan Lehman in the R31 was 9th. 10th, the 09B Kevin Bethke. Brady Hirschbarger in the 7 was 11th. Reese Mullen in the 77 junior was 12th. 13th, 18th, Ty Rogers. 14th, Craig Donner in the 15. Was 14th. 15th, the 57K of Ryan King. Doug McCullough in the 1 was 16th. 17th, 18th, Jocelyn Elmquist. 19th, 18th was the 8 TJ of Tony Johnson. 19th, the 8 of Tom Lathrop. 20th, Kurt Spines. 28B. The wrestler did not finish his 21st. 79M of Michael Miller. Cameron Benson was 22nd and 74, and Scott Williams, the 9 was 23rd and 24th to 17K Kyle Free. Adam Weiserman in the 41 was your winner in the hobby stock. Second, the 55X of Corey Vanderbilt. Third, the 3X of Dave McCullough. Fourth, Solomon Bennett in the 11B. Trenton Nearhouse in the 7M was fifth. Sixth, the 69 of Calvin Dalton. Dalton Whoopi in the 3 was seventh. Eighth, the 17K of Briar Kriegel. Eric Knutson was ninth in the 12K. Seventh, Braden Farnini in the 7 was 10th. 11th, the 17X of Ben Newhouse. The IV 25 of Shane Richardson was 12th. 13th, 52 Billy Stanford. 14th, the 20W of Matt Wall. 15th, the 86R of James Rose. 16th, the 50 of Carl Ellis. The wrestler did not finish his 17th to 7B of Jim Ball. Ray Hill was 18th and 19. 19th, the 14L Lucas Smith. 20th, the 29 of Jake Nelson. 21st, the 23Z is Zach McNeese. 22nd, the 4C of Kurt Reed. 23rd, the 45 John Watson. Nick Shearer was 24th in the 43. In the Sport Compacts, your winner was Blake Driscoll. In the 31, second, second with the 89, Christian Grady. Brian Van Dals in the 15V was third. Fourth, the M80 of Mark Smith. Fifth, the 29 of Matt Miller. Sixth, the 69 or 65C of Colton Stewart. Henry Dillman in the 99 was 7th. 8th was a 49B of Bryce Bartles. The wrestler did not finish or did not start. Spencer Rodine was 9th in the 6R. And Kane Mullenberg in the 24M was 10th and did not start. Was Cord Sellers in the 7K. Credited with 11th. Welcome back to the show, Ben Shelton, our resident late model expert. How's it going, Ben?
Oh, man, it's going good. Just glad to be back home after a great weekend in Knoxville.
Speaking of Knoxville, Ricky Thornton took everybody to the woodshed.
Yeah, he brought a really good race car and did what he's done everywhere else. He's just, this has been his year so far, and Knoxville was no exception.
And at least we didn't have the tire problem like at the World.
Yeah, guys made adjustments, whether it's to the, way they set their cars up, the air pressures, maybe the way they drove. But it definitely all seemed to work out. So that, I was glad to see there not be any issues there.
Except there was a couple major accidents.
Yeah, when you race on a track that big, sometimes you're just going to have accidents like that. And I hated to see those race cars get torn up. But high-speed racing, close quarters, man, it happens sometimes.
And did I hear you right on the broadcast? You said Ricky Thornton's going to test a sprint car?
He wants to. He is not yet.
Okay.
He's got some. He's had some offers, and maybe next year, but he is not this year so far. No.
That's why I just didn't know. I didn't quite catch it all.
Gotcha.
But back to the World. Were you impressed with how the racing was?
At the World or at Knoxville?
At World first.
Oh yeah, no, oh definitely. I mean, it was some of the best racing we've had at Eldora in a while. So, those guys did a great job getting the track ready. The drivers did a great job. You hate to see some of the tire issues, but apart from that, it was some of the best racing we've seen at Eldora, in a few years. I think they've got a handle on the place, and I'm excited to see what the upcoming races look like there.
And then back to Knoxville, I thought the racing was pretty good too.
Oh yeah, I mean Knoxville's always great, and Friday night it rained, so it was a little hammered down, so it was a little harder to pass. But even that, late in the feature, it got good, and Thursday was obviously great. And if you take Ricky Thornton Jr. out of Saturday's feature for the last 70 or so laps, it was fantastic action from second on back.
Yeah, but the lap traffic kind of got in the way several times.
Well, it did, but I mean that's what makes great drivers great. Ricky was able to get through there. Marlar got by him a few times early, and before Kyle Bronson had his bad luck, he was reeling him in. But overall, it was those guys. That's why they're the best at what they do.
Is the date might be changing for next year?
I've heard that possibly, but it's all speculation. I haven't heard anything for sure one way or the other.
Because that's why I was thinking how to get more cars if we split up Eldora and Knoxville.
Yeah, I mean, these events ebb and flow, and some years they're going to be up, some years they're going to be down. And, there was a lot of racing this past weekend, and guys have been racing busy for 9 months now. So, if you left it on the same date, you may be up 10 or 15 cars next year. You might be about the same. It's hard to say anymore. There's just so much racing. There's a lot of money to go around. That's
a good problem to have.
It is. I mean, it's tough. I know Knoxville would have liked to have had more cars, and the Lucas Oil Series would have liked to have had more there, but sometimes you've done all you can do.
And then I want to switch gears. Speaking of Lucas Oil, it's still their countdown. Has that been gaining momentum through the drivers for that big race at Eldora?
Well, if you're not in the top four, you're definitely starting to feel the pressure. Everybody wants to be where Brandon Overton's at. That's in fourth, and right now Tim McCready and Devin Moran, they're just trying to dig and get a shot at those top fours. So I feel like it's got good momentum. It's going to be exciting by the time we get to Eldora. I know that it's going to be a one-race shootout for a $200,000 title, plus the race pays $100,000 to win.
Plus it's on Flow.
Yeah, good stuff.
And then I saw the Casual Night in America had its schedule change.
Yeah, we've got our next event next Wednesday, September 27th at Tyler County Speedway, and that's on a schedule. But the event after that on October 10th, the track they've got a lot going on. The owners of the track, they have family businesses, and they unfortunately had to cancel that event. But we'll still have a race 2 days after that. October 12th, we'll be at Ray Cook's Tri-County Racetrack in Brasstown, North Carolina, and then from there we've still got 2 more races left in October. Our finales down at Sonoy Raceway in Sonoy, Georgia, and looking forward to that on November 10th and 11th. So, yeah, flowseries.com. You can find out all the information.
And then after that's the Gateway.
Yeah, I mean, the races just keep coming. There is no off-season anymore.
No. But I'll recommend the Flow Series no matter what, because I went to the race at Marshalltown.
Yeah, it's a good time, and I'm glad you're able to get out there and support it. We enjoy doing it, and we're already working on next year's schedule, so it's a busy time right now.
And then let's switch to the World of Outlaws real quick.
That's been good stuff over there. Bobby Pierce has kind of been like Ricky Thornton Jr. I mean, he's had a heck of a year over there, and those guys are fighting tooth and nail right now as they battle for that one. So, right now Brandon Shepard, Chris Madden tied for second, and they're all trying to find a way to get to, get at Bobby Pierce, get a chance at that championship. But right now Pierce looks pretty dang tough.
And that will go down to probably to Charlotte.
Yeah, and they go down to the World Finals coming up in Charlotte.
And then talk about the Wild Wild West for a little bit.
Well, we got you're talking about the Wild West Shootout.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's coming up. Before you know it, it'll be here. And We'll be out there January 5th through 14th, and we're already full speed ahead preparing for that as well. And I said the 5th through the 14th, the 6th through the 14th, and wildwestshootout.net for all the information on that. But already Bobby Pierce has told us he's coming again. Mike Marler and Brandon Shepard, Garrett Alberson, Ricky Weiss, Chase Youngham's just some of the guys that have already committed to that deal. And it's one of my favorite events of the year just because it's kind of like a racing vacation. You race a few days, you're off a few days. So really looking forward to that. And that'll be here. The Dome will be here before we know it, and right behind that will be the Wild West Shootout.
And you and DJ are still going to announce those races, right?
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely be at them. They can't get rid of us.
And then how about Randy Weaver? Will Rigsby give more money because I enjoy listening to him?
I don't know if we can get Weaver out there for that long. Randy will be with us at the Dirt Track World Championship, but I don't know that we can get him out to New Mexico.
Is there any update on Bloomquist at all?
And now I really haven't heard much out of him. I know that he had the surgery. I know that he wanted to try to run a race before the year was over, but I'm not, totally sure what is or isn't going to happen there.
And then the Melbourne Bank was pretty good the other night, too.
Yeah, those guys always put on a good show, and I tell you what, Justin Zeitner right now, he's tough. I mean, he's had a great year, and he just continues to pick up momentum as we get late in the year, and no exception there. He went out there and ran a great race, picked up the $4,000 prize there at Knoxville on Saturday night.
And then their next race, I know, is Saturday night, at weather permitting, at CJ, because the Davenport's not racing.
Yeah, I'm not totally familiar, but I believe you are right. That's their next race coming up this week.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. The Kosiskis do a great job with their series, and it's cool to Jeff Hoker from Hoker Trucking, a lot of support for that deal.
And then is there anything coming up down the horizon? Big news?
No, I mean, I think everything's kind of out there right now. When we get a little closer to PRI, I'm sure there'll be some news, but right now everybody's just focused on trying to end the year strong.
And not ride swapping like the sprint cars have done so many times?
Right, yeah. There's been a lot of ride swapping over there. So far, I haven't heard much coming up in the late model world, but you never know. It changes day to day.
And then, did you get a chance to go to the Hall of Fame this time?
I did not. I'd hoped to get over there Saturday, and then I had to do quite a bit of pre-production for the broadcast. So unfortunately, I did not make it over there, but I'm definitely going to make a point of it next year.
It's always a fun time over there.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff in there.
And then we don't know a whole lot. I don't have any other questions, but I appreciate you coming on.
No, I appreciate you having me, and as always, if you heard anything, let me know, Marshall.
Yeah.
You do a great job with this, and I really appreciate you having me on today.
Yeah. I'll have a couple questions off the air for you.
That sounds good, man.
Real quick preview for Sprint Invaders this weekend, as it's their final race weekend, and their finale will be Saturday night. Tomorrow night they'll be at Donaldson, the 52nd time in series history. They'll be at Donaldson. It's a $3,000 to win event, $325 to start. If you're looking to go, gates open at 5:30 with hot laps at 7:15. Adult admission is $15. Seniors 60 and over are $13. Veterans and students are $10, and kids 10 and under are free. The Heart Limited Modified to Mini Hauler is also on the card. Saturday night is the big fall haul to wrap up the season. It pays $5,000 to win, $325 to start, but plenty of contingencies and sponsors add to the purse throughout the field. It'll be the 74th time that a race has been tested at 34 with the Sprint Invaders. The gates will open at 5. Top lap scheduled at 6:30. General admission adult 20. Seniors and kids are 18, or senior and students are 18. Kids 10 and under free. Hobby stocks will also be on the card for $1,000. If you cannot make that one, That one will be live on Flow Racing, being told. The current points leader going into this weekend is a 40.1 lead is Ryan Button trying to get his first title. He's at 41 points ahead of two-time and defending champion Cody Worley. That sits at 2028, where your points leader is 2069. Third person in the race is Colin Fisher at 2009 points. Your top Brett Triplett's fourth at 1,992 points. Fifth is Paul Nieheiser at 1,954 points. Going in. That's your top five. Sixth is Tyler Lee at 1,927 points. Luke Bernardi is in seventh at 1,004 points. Sixth is Chase Richards at 1,751 points. In ninth, Devin Wignall at 1,694. And rounding out the top 10 is McCain Richards at 1,391. Winners so far on the tour is been Paul Nieheiser with 5 wins. Cody Worley has 1. Tasker Phillips has 2. Scott Vigiski has 1. So far, the races this year, April 1st was colded out. So Sunday the 28th was the opener, where Paul Nieheiser won. Thursday, that's June 15th, Tasker Phillips won. Friday, the June 23rd, it was Scott Boguski winning. Chris Martin picked up the win on the next night at Spoon River. Then rained out Jacksonville Speedway on the 30th. The second Benton County Speedway went to Cody Worley. And then Paul Nieheiser dominated the next 3 in a row at Dubuque on Speedway on the July 26th, the August 19th at Peoria, and Adams County on the August 20th were all Paul Nieheiser. Then Tasker Phillips won at Les Liberty on September 2nd, and September 3rd back at Benton County, Paul Nieheiser won. So that's in your Sprint Invaders update for this weekend. Thanks for listening to another edition of the Dirt Racing Podcast. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Dirt Racing Podcast with Marshall Haynes. Follow us on Twitter at Dirt_Podcast or on Facebook at the Dirt Racing Podcast.